So what exactly is virtual reality, and how has it grown over the past few years?
So virtual reality is achieved by a headset to which you put on to where two monitors are within a few inches from your eyes, and what it does is it actually wraps your vision around it. It forces your perspective to see far when it's actually two close monitors.
Right.
So what it's doing is it's tricking your eyesight into perceiving something so close as being so far away. They do this with just convex screens, and they really, HTC really knocked it out of the park. That's the reason why we went with the Vive.
Yeah.
To go back to like the 90s when we had a Virtual Boy where everything was red and pretty ugly, to see where we are now with it is very impressive. We were looking at some of the developer kits for the Oculus and the Vive and stuff like that, and everything was very glitchy. There was a lot of issues, and some of the super sampling, which is your left to right, your up to down, stuff like that, wasn't working very well. There was a very, very big blur when trying movement. So now there's not much of a blur at all. You know, you can't even really tell your eyes. It registers 1,000 times a second. So you don't really notice that frame change in any way, shape, or form, which helps you with the immersive feeling. The headset definitely is the biggest thing to the virtual reality, but aside from that, we have 7.1 surround sound headphones that really help you understand when, you know, there's a zombie or dinosaur behind you.
Yeah.
You know, that all adds up to the most immersive effect that you can. All of our controllers are motion tracked. Everything you do with your hands is tracked as well. So everything you do when you pick up a ball or when you shoot a paintball gun or anything along those lines is all completely tracked and completely done through our virtual reality systems.
Nice. So you went a little bit into the virtual reality and the headsets, but can you tell me a little bit more about the hardware setup you have here?
Absolutely. So when we started doing our early testing before we decided to get into this, we talked in a video. We had a couple of the, at that point, modern graphics cards and stuff like that. So actually a few months ago they came out with a 10 series graphics card, which was built completely for virtual reality. When we got our hands on that, we tested it, we ran it, everything was very smooth, very crisp, and we just went ahead and we started buying everything in bulk. We run an overclocked processor, Intel i5 660K, and then we have the full EVGA GTX 1070 graphics cards.
Nice.
Other than that, we have as much RAM as we could fit into it, and just high-def audio. That was another really big key feature for our hardware. Other than that, we crammed everything in a big case, put as many fans in it so that it would keep cold, and ran it, and it's run great. We run IPS displays to kind of really showcase how crisp the image is, but the monitor will never do the headset justice.
Awesome. So in the beginning, what really motivated you to start the VR Cafe?
So when we started, we had this idea. The idea was virtual reality is the future. You know, it's everything. The application shows from gaming to development to architecture to like full blown real estate's really big with it now because they can actually show you how a house could look without you actually having to do the time and effort. So we kind of saw the way that the market and the industry was going, so we tested out a bunch of different headsets. We tested out the Oculus, we tested the Vive, we even had the Gear, and we really wanted to see what was the most immersive experience. So at the end of the day, we realized the HTC Vive, with the room scaling and ability to track your hands completely separate, it really gave us the most freedom for a lot of the games that were involved in a lot of the things that we wanted to do with it. So once we did that, we contacted HTC, we got everything together, and we really just pushed this idea that, an arcade is dead. There's no such thing as an arcade nowadays. There's a few, but none in them all. When I was a kid, I could, steal $10 in quarters from my mom and run to the arcade and be good for 3 hours.
Yeah.
Where nowadays, I have to come to the mall, I have to shop, and when I'm done shopping, I leave. So why not bring back entertainment into the mall? Why not bring back, somewhere fun like an arcade where you can go and you can spend a little bit of money, you can hang out with your friends, you can have a good time, you can really enjoy something. The gaming has turned into this thing where everybody just sits in the room, sits on a headset, and yells at people. We don't don't get me wrong, I do it. And, I enjoy it too.
Yeah.
But I want to bring back that experience where you can go in somewhere, you can really have something that's special and unique, and you could bring your friends, you could bring your family. We really just want to make an environment where people have fun and enjoy what's going on.
Awesome. Well, I know I'll definitely be spending a lot of time here, so.
Well, thank you. We'll have a booth ready for you.
Thank you so much.
All right, thank you.
It's been a pleasure.